23-year-old Lontre Clark was angry that his friend and ex-girlfriend were dating, that he allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail into the Austin neighborhood apartment where they were, sparking a fire that killed 4 people, including Smith's pregnant cousin and her young son.
So in Chicago, a man threw a Molotov cocktail into the apartment of his ex-girlfriend, who found out, or it might be his girlfriend, who found out she was talking to the best friend. So let's jump right into that. People are crazy. People are crashing out nowadays and can't handle their emotions. But let's jump right into that story. Let's get it.
Lontre Clark remains behind bars tonight after a Cook County judge determines that he is a danger to the community. Yes. Investigators say that
I don't see anything wrong with that. Yes, he sounds like a danger to the community to me.
the 23-year-old became enraged and intentionally set fire to his friend's apartment after learning that that friend may have started dating his ex-girlfriend.
Your ex-girlfriend? You try to kill everyone in the apartment because yes, that is a betrayal, because as a guy, we know guy code, you don't date your friends' ex-girlfriends. But that is crazy.
Sticking close together, it's a day-by-day process.
George Smith says his family can finally begin their journey for justice now that the man accused of starting the fatal fire that claimed the lives of his loved ones heads to court. Prosecutors say 23-year-old Lontre Clark was angry that his friend and ex-girlfriend were dating, that he allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail into the Austin neighborhood apartment where they were, sparking a fire that killed 4 people, including Smith's pregnant cousin and her young son.
It's an uphill journey, and the journey has not yet begun. The healing has not yet begun. We're a family that's hurting. We're a family that's sad. We're a family that's in pain.
Calling it a horrific crime and a brazen disregard for life, a Cook County judge showed Clark no mercy. Authorities arrested the 23-year-old Chicago man.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, don't show no mercy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Molotov cocktail in the just throwing it into. Have I seen? I don't think I've reviewed any news that I've been reviewing news talking about Molotov cocktails. And then you end up killing 4 people. Yes. The world is crazier than ever. Yes.
Downstate Springfield on Wednesday. He now faces murder, attempted murder, and aggravated arson charges, along with dozens of additional felony counts. 5-year-old Jason Henry, his mother, 32-year-old Regina Brown Henry, who was 3 months pregnant, Gina's sister, Destiny Brown Henry, and a 76-year-old resident of the building all died.
That is crazy. That is sad. Let's pray for the family who's dealing with this. Let's hope that this criminal lowlife gets life in prison. Let's pray for the family. Let's pray for the family, because that is absolutely wild.
Several people were also injured, including Destiny's 4-year-old son, who remains in grave conditions. Prosecutors say Clark allegedly sat the apartment building.
Hold on, did they say that he remains in grave condition? Hold on.
Prosecutors say Clark allegedly all died. Several people were also injured, including Destiny's 4-year-old son, who remains in grave conditions.
Oh my God. I'm assuming that he was burned, because burns are, oh my God, yes, it's horrible pain. I can't wish that on anyone, especially a child sitting there writhing in pain, your skin falling off. That is, oh my God, that is crazy. That is Tragic.
Prosecutors say Clark allegedly set the apartment building located in the 5200 block of West North Avenue on fire during the early morning hours of June 26th, after learning that his ex-girlfriend was dating his friend after seeing a selfie she posted. Authorities say Clark picked up his cousin, and the two went to a gas station where they filled up an antifreeze bottle with gasoline before heading to a convenience store where investigators say the suspect bought black clothing, a face mask, and a lighter. The defendants.
Yeah, he going away for a long time. Cousin too. I'm assuming the cousin got caught because there ain't no way you can just be a member of that and going with him to do this and not get in trouble. Maybe he didn't know that he was going. I don't know. I don't even want to say it. I don't even think. You knew something was up, man. He got his cousin, said, "Nah, let's go get some put some gasoline in an antifreeze bottle, and let's go get some black clothes, and let's get to work." That is crazy.
Cousin says they drove to the apartment where he says Clark started the fire and then admitted to him saying, "I just lit the house on fire."
No matter what happens with, the conviction and the arrest, they could never replace the lives that were lost.
Prosecutors say Clark threw out the clothes he was wearing at his.
Yeah. I like to, so we can look at this man. Horrible person. He's an idiot. Let's be honest about it. He's an idiot. Throwing your life away because your ex-girlfriend has moved on. Now, yes, it was with your best friend, so he's not your friend no more. But that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Grandfather's house. In court, Clark's public defender told the judge that there was no surveillance video of her client committing the crime. She added that although her client has served time in prison for a weapons violation, that he is not violent. Clark does have 2 outstanding warrants for resisting arrest. The court did grant an order of protection for the defendant's ex-girlfriend. Funeral arrangements are still pending for the victims of the fire. Meanwhile, Clark is due back in court July 14th. Kyrie, a 13-year-old.
That is wild, everyone. That is wild. We'll get into that next video here in a second. But what are your thoughts, everybody? What are your thoughts? That is crazy. Crashing. Like I said before, it's always been a code, at least among guys. At least that was my thinking, is that we don't talk to our friends' ex-girlfriends. That is just not what we just don't do that. It's just not something we do. She's off limits. At least if you really like her, you'll talk to your friend about it first. That is the least you can do. But no matter what happened, that does not give you the right to throw a Molotov cocktail into an apartment. Doesn't matter. You don't know who you're going to hurt. You don't know anything like that. It is absolutely wild. People throw their lives away by destroying others for things that are, yes, exactly. Throw your lives away for something that's temporary. That is absolutely crazy. Now, I'm going to follow this case, see what he gets charged with, or how they charge him, how much time he gets. Because to me, it sounds like life. I don't see anything less than life. Yeah. Teresa, I think that's how you say your name. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Common sense is not common anymore. That's she spitting facts. That's all it is. It seems nowadays that what was common sense to when we was growing up, what was instilled in us as a young child, is just not being taught anymore. People are not taught to control their emotions, not taught to throw away your life for something that's already over. It's not like he caught his girlfriend cheating. She was his ex-girlfriend. Crazy. Leave comments. Tell me what you're thinking. And, jeez, All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.